Tonight, we readdress points from episode 2, catch up on current events, and laugh at poor people. This is Leave It Messy, with your hosts, Mike, Jay, and Ross.
Oh yes. Cool.
Because it
I
was
think
the other
that's
way
more than
around.
enough.
Yeah, that's
Cool.
And we have
Perfectly
extra
fine.
topics just in case.
Alright, I'm gonna start.
I'm a star.
No, I said I'm gonna start the thing.
Yeah, this is messy.
Why, man?
All right, I'll do
Every
it
time we fuck it up. We always fuck it up.
I don't want to lose my lens cap. Let me see.
Alright, man.
I wanted to start with. I wanted to start with drip.
This is messy. So, I feel bad for you, man. Anyways, go ahead.
Mike,
Ross.
that's you, man.
That was me.
Oh.
Okay, go ahead.
Mike,
Jay,
Ross.
this is my.
it shouldn't take this long. An intro should not take this long.
Mike,
Jay,
Ross.
leave it messy.
great. Alright,
We're back.
we're back. Third
Third week.
episode.
Let's keep it going.
Yeah, we're kind of keeping track of our time this time because I know last episode was like
We ran a little long.
a little long. Yeah. So I guess let's start off with addressing from the last episode. We talked a lot on the second episode, including some controversial topics like the N-word and cultural appropriation. I felt personally that I didn't mention everything that I wanted to about the N-word. So let me start off with just clearing the air, just saying basically what I think of the word itself. Okay, so ER, use it negative, positive, I don't give a shit, it's wrong because of history and what it was originally used for. Nigga, although mainly is positive, at least seen as a positive, it still can be used as a negative. Okay, it all depends on the tone of how you use it and the context. Okay, when you call somebody a nigga, that's wrong because you're using that word as an insult, which isn't which contradicts the whole point of having nigga as a word in the first place. Like why it was even created in the first place. So yeah, that's just me. And again, people would be mad that I'm personally using it, but as I said before, I only use it because of what I think the N-word means, because nobody in the world can really tell me what the N-word really means. I use it because I think it represents, it's just a filler word. It represents person, not necessarily a black person, but just a person in general. It's a filler word, and I just use it when I'm hyped up. I'm just, feeling good. It's just a word. It doesn't mean, it has literally no value to me. All right, as it shouldn't, because it's, again, at the end of the day, just a word. I understand what you said about the culture thing. I think that's a very interesting argument, the whole idea of, well, the N-word is made by, reinterpreted by black folks, therefore it's part of their culture. But as I said before, the meaning of the N-word has changed drastically over the years. And as I said before, I don't think anyone can really give me a definite answer on what it would mean in the present day.
Yeah, and to reiterate on cultural appropriation, recently learned that, let's say, the Chinese dress thing, apparently, from what Philip DeFranco was saying, a lot of Asian people kind of like that some girls really enjoying the fashion, and I guess which equals like embracing the culture. And the other day, a couple months ago, I asked a Jamaican guy on the train what he thought of Drake. He wasn't familiar with the concept, but I really tried to get across to what Drake is appropriating with Jamaican culture.
Did
But
you show him some examples?
I think I showed him a song and like try to tell him what they're using, the accent.
Yeah.
They're using the production qualities.
Yeah, like the dance hall thing.
But he's just like a lot of people in China. As long as it's not negatively portrayed, it's almost, I guess, appreciated by people. So the thing about that, Philip DeFranco talked about this. We live in a multicultural culture, and so we get more sensitive about other people
using
each other's culture, taking influences from there, whereas a country full of single culture, it's a whole different view. It's a whole different way to look at things. Yeah, so that's where we try to wrap ourselves up.
I guess it depends on the intent.
Yeah, and where you are.
Mm-hmm.
It's a bigger deal in North America, but really not so much a huge issue in other places, like places of origin, ironically.
Yeah. Right. Well, could we agree that maybe like a kimono from Forever 21 would be wrong?
Unless it was designed by someone in that culture and endorsed by someone in that culture, then
Yeah, you can say that, totally.
But the purpose, the intent, is to sell. It's just basically
to sell
selling
clothes.
the culture.
But it's
Not
not
just so cold,
because
no?
it's not about. At that point, it's using someone else's culture for your own benefit.
Yeah.
But because the difference is, if I get a kimono that was made by someone from that culture,
Or at least
And-
someone who
and-
knows about it and
yeah.
appreciates it.
and wore it out of appreciation, that's fine. But if this company is doing it for the sole purpose of making money, just because it's become a fad, and you're sort of ripping that from the culture just to make money off of it because it's popular, then it's kind of wrong.
That's what I'm saying. Like when these big corporations take, bits and pieces of our culture and, sells it, I think it's wrong. But I would be down to support like a local shop that's like, making my cultural clothing.
It's a loss of value. It really depends on if you're keeping the values. But a special situation about that is when, let's say, a Japanese label, a Japanese designer like Uniqlo, they have like huge, elaborate kimonos showing. If you go to like Disney in Florida, they have huge malls and the kimonos on display for artistic purposes. I guess it's a Japanese brand, so embrace the culture. I think that's what they're going for. Yeah.
Cool.
So,
we got that out of the way. Kind of feel relieved, because I just don't want to be taken out of context, because we said some.
We will be.
I guess naturally we would be, but yeah, I just want to make it clear, of our intent and just our thoughts. Because we get distracted a lot. I think naturally in a conversation you get distracted a lot. Some topics are so uncomfortable you kind of want to switch, right?
We try to fight it. We try to
we
really
did.
dig into your
attempt.
minds and do it the healthy way. Yeah. So I made these guys wait for a couple of hours. This shoot might not even have happened if they weren't committed. I was volunteering to Canadian Music Week. If you can see my shirt, it's a festival / networking event with speakers and everything in downtown Toronto, and I did some social media work for them.
Big shot.
It wasn't fun.
Pictures.
Might have been me. Might have been the fact that I only slept for like 4 hours.
Because he was editing episode 2. Look at him. Hard-working man.
No, because he was so anxious about Canadian Music Week.
Oh yeah, he just couldn't wait to hear all the Canadian music that week.
I guess I wouldn't get into details too much because it wasn't terrible. It wasn't terrible at all. But I felt a little lost because frankly we had very little direction. I think that's fair enough to point out. I had to look around all across the building to find where I'm supposed to get the shirt or what I'm supposed to work on. I Googled everything, the building map, I had to Google. But it was a learning experience. And I hope that this pain will lead to something good.
And we're proud of you. How many volunteers?
Jeez.
How many volunteers were there?
Quite a lot. A couple dozen, I think. They were all working, so...
So they didn't give you an email informing anything?
They gave us one email, but
It wasn't informative?
No, because we didn't know where to get the shirts. Like, we didn't know which room to go. We didn't know
anything.
who to ask.
Like, no directions or nothing. It didn't tell you, like...
they gave us a first step. They gave us directions to get this bracelet, which is very important. It's your key. It's your way in. But other than that, we had to look for everything for ourselves. It might have been, maybe there was an orientation, but I didn't hear of it. I asked someone else about it, and I think it was just pretty free flowing in a way. Yeah, it just reminds me of some other not as great experiences from before, but maybe next year it will be better. I think it's a good learning process.
Was there anything interesting that you saw over there?
Yeah, there was some industry professionals that talked a lot about how you would have to know what you're doing when dealing with playlists, how to get on a playlist, how to be heard by journalists and radio people and streaming people. And I texted you guys about it briefly.
Yes.
We have a chat.
Yeah, we have a group chat. No, we have a company chat. Actually,
Company
it's
email.
literally called Leave It Messy because we're kind of pros right now. We're on our third episode. We kind of know what we're doing.
You messaged us about, I don't know if it was one of the events going on at the stands, but you said they didn't want to get anyone from the radio.
Oh,
yeah.
the radio people didn't. Oh, not even the radio people. Radio people, journalists, they don't really love it when you email them or just cold call them without, at least them knowing your name, knowing you as a person, because they get too many of these requests. They have too much to go around, so they really don't bother from what I hear from them. So a way to reach these industry guys that might get you more listens or views is getting to know them on socials. Hopefully warming up to them and they'll warm up to you kind of thing, and at least they'll know your name. And also one guy was saying how you should host events, like you should promise some sort of incentives for something like a listening party. A lot of even huge artists have listening parties. So if you do have a lot of music to work with, that's one way to share it. Find some writers, find some producers. If you have enough confidence, share it, feed them at the event, and maybe they'll come. It's another way to do it.
Cool.
Yeah.
We're talking about that 3D audio shit.
Yeah, I was doing social media for the tech people, like VR, AR technology, and like Jay said, 3D audio. And apparently some dude is working on putting 3D audio software into Pro Tools, production software.
I understand why they didn't do it, Phil, but
I think
I'm not mad.
it might have been that Pro Tools just was the
It's
one that was
widely
open.
used.
Yeah, I think FL was bigger.
Pro Tools, which one is?
Apple?
Pro Tool is like.
FL
FL is like on like us, like the common people.
Yeah, that's
but
what I was gonna say.
Pro
FL
Tools
is
is
more
like
the
professional.
the start, like almost the startup.
A lot of audio engineers and mixers use Pro Tools.
Yeah, so there you
I
go.
just saw I googled the how the interface looks like. That looks so familiar to so many like those tutorials you see online about like mixing and all that shit.
And if you're looking at something advanced and really forward, like VR music videos or some really unorthodox thing like that, you're probably a little deeper than the enthusiast, maybe. Or maybe
Yeah.
Pro Tools has just the right features for it.
I think Pro Tools is,
Was ready for it.
It's one of those things that
it only makes sense to put on Pro Tools.
from like a consumer standpoint, there aren't a lot of people that are going to be watching, like these, the VR music videos. Just because the barrier to entry is what, $300, $400 just
At
to get
least.
a decent like a VR headset.
Even like you mean just to consume it? Yeah.
Yeah, just to
oh my
consume
God.
it. So I think the whole idea is jump on it now, make it as intuitive as possible for when it does kick off, if it kicks off.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they're leading the charge, kind of.
Yeah. I mean, we can move on to more exciting things, like Infinity War.
Yeah, that was
Whoa.
exciting.
I mean,
Whoa.
again, we're like the hype is like at the end now, but
Yeah, by the way, the episodes we're gonna be releasing, we know we're late. We get it. Okay? Just give us some fucking time. Alright? Okay? Jesus. I know you're judging us. I get it. No, why are you so late? Why are you talking about Kanye now?
We're on
3 weeks. I get it. But it's fine. It's fine. You'll be fine.
we're on the tail end of every conversation. But
That's just in the beginning. You know, we're just figuring things out.
We just want
Jesus.
We're just talking about what we want to talk about. That's it.
I don't think we're like late because we're lazy or slow. I think we just have bad timing because it seems like everything is happening between our recordings.
But like we're late to like the regular viewer hype of just getting like if you sort of like the spoiler streams and videos like that where they're talking about how crazy they thought the ending was,
Yeah.
but we're more interested in how genius the producers and such are.
Oh wait, let's begin with rating it. Out of 10, what would you give it? Like,
If I don't consider the ending, 7. It was a little dragged out, but for something that big with so many characters, and a movie that tried to be so emotional and heart wrenching, 7. I
Ross?
don't think that's too low.
I'd probably say a 7 too.
alright,
That's fair.
I'll give it a 7 because peer pressure. I'm joking. Yeah, I would give it a 7. 7.2 maybe.
It's good. Nothing special.
Nothing special because I mean at the end of the day, it's
Now that the
action
hype
movie.
is over, we can look at it objectively.
Yeah.
It's another Marvel movie, but it's a downer, which I love. Which
Right,
I
yeah.
almost gave it a straight up 8 because of the ending.
Yeah, this guy was just like,
You were too.
no, I was like, what the fuck? At first, 'cause-
you wanted them all to die and come back in the same movie.
No, let me think. Let me hold up.
Everyone
Look.
quiet.
So like, God, my fucking eye. I'm sorry. For the audio people, I'm scratching my eye. Anyways, the ending is I consider it cheap because of the fact that there's gonna be a sequel. Okay, and they made it clear with at the very end of the credits when after you see Nick Fury and all that, it literally says Thanos will return. So it's like, ugh, okay, great. If it was just a single movie and that was it, that'd be super fucking brave of them. That'd be so damn bold. But see, Marvel is a good business. Not good. They're not known for great filmmaking, right?
They're known for okay.
Okay, yeah, exactly. Like they're not. Their thing is like building hype and like, creating as much product as they can.
Franchising.
Yeah. So from that point of view, they're geniuses because they just got the whole fucking like years ahead of us. They got everything planned for the upcoming years. They're geniuses. I mean, the very that special ending, the after credit ending, right? You see Nick Fury's pager with Captain Marvel's logo. Is it
For
Captain
those of you
Marvel?
that haven't seen it or didn't look up on YouTube, it's Captain Marvel. You don't have to look it up. It's Captain Marvel.
It's Captain Marvel.
Because it's time for her movie,
Yeah.
essentially. I really want to give it a benefit of the doubt. Let's say everybody in the series, every actor died, every director died. I'll give it an 8 because it's over. But it's not.
But it's not. That's why I was like, oh fuck, right?
I mean, from like a production standpoint, 10 out of 10. Like you did it. You're doubling. Like everyone's going crazy about how it's doing in the box office now. They know they're doubling the money the next sequel, no matter
that's
what.
what I'm saying. Like from a business standpoint, it's like crazy. Beautiful. Good job, Marvel.
Like the smartest move we've seen in a
I
while
know.
in the business world.
It gets me mad at the same time because they can get away with mediocrity.
I respect it. I respect the way
I mean,
they
yeah,
play
it's
it.
like a respect type, hate type shit, you know? Like,
Yeah. Get it, man. Get it.
personally, I hate it, but like,
It's
when
like
you
a
look at the grand scheme of things, it's like, oh, wow.
It's like I respect when the McRib comes back, but I know it's fucking me over.
I think I had it once and it wasn't It wasn't anything like I expected, so I was like, Is the Sichuan sauce ever gonna come to us in Canada?
It was in the U.S. for like a bit, and then they just stopped it. I don't think it's ever come.
I mean, I think they should bring it back. People would go to McDonald's for that.
I mean, everyone goes to McDonald's. That's the thing,
Yeah.
is they don't need to. McDonald's doesn't need a giant marketing campaign.
I think it helps.
Yeah, I don't
Sometimes
think
I
they
question
need it.
why. Yeah, sometimes I question why these huge companies advertise so strongly, but definitely does add value to their.
But with the
Revenue
Szechuan
stream.
sauce, wouldn't you think that maybe it would make them lose money a little? Just because it would cause, like, in the U.S. when it happened, it just caused so much craze that
Oh.
it sort of halted business because everyone just wanted the Szechuan sauce. It didn't really like do anything for them aside from create crazy hype over a really stupid thing.
You could sell it. You could sell it. It'd be kind of weird to pay for sauce, but you could sell it. Oh, anyways, on a lighter note, I was on a bus coming here. I don't think I can have kids and have them on the bus with me. Like, if I have a family, I need to make sure they're doing all right.
Why did you start that saying on a lighter note?
That's the joke.
It's like kind of like, are you serious? Be a little mature. Love is love. Life is life. Just deal with it. But I don't want to deal with that.
You don't want to.
It's understandable because I agree. I was one of those kids going on the bus back in the day in Montreal. My dad would go to work and then my mom would have to use the bus and I would have to come on. And I remember the bus would stop at Shoppers Drug Mart, like beside the Shoppers Drug Mart, and then we'll get off, buy some chips if we're lucky. Like if we have enough time for to catch the next bus, then we'll run back and we'll catch the next bus and then go.
You kind of recall it with some fondness.
Yeah, no, there was. It
You were
was
young.
good to some extent. Like as a child, you're innocent, you don't really care. But thinking about my mom, having to handle my dumb ass. I mean, I was quiet most of the time, but like still, handling a kid by herself, like an immigrant too, like coming out, you don't even you barely even speak the language there, It's kind of hard, I don't want to go through that myself. In fact, I really need a fucking driver's license ASAP. And I tell myself I need it, but I never actually work for it. And I need
Yeah, the thing is about North America.
I love how I just went to self-hate.
No, I was going to transition to car ownership anyways. The way they pave the roads and the way the city planned in North America, if you have taken our elective course in this school, City Life, you will know that about 100 years ago, America
guy's
started
so
planning. I'm so tired, man. I'm so tired.
Yeah.
They were planning highways so that for cars, they were planning the streets for cars. So they stop working with human ratios and they work with car ratios. So everything's far away because you can just drive there fairly quickly. But without a car, you're pretty much stranded unless you're in a good place with good transportation like New York or I don't know, maybe San Francisco. You're kind of screwed without a car. Toronto is not so bad, but it's not great.
Toronto's good.
It's okay.
I mean, it's better than Montreal.
I don't know how.
Montreal's smaller, so
Yeah.
it's different.
But yeah, because of the conditions we have around us, we have a crazy car culture that praises cars because cars offer freedom. Yeah.
Freedom.
Freedom. I'm gonna.
Check.
Don't let me interrupt you. Go watch yourselves.
I kind of get that. I mean, my dad, his parents only spoke Italian and a bit of French.
Yeah.
So when he was growing up, he had to actually help them do all their shit, like with government stuff and stuff like that. They even when they went on, they once went on a vacation to I think it was New York, and he would literally have to check them into the hotel and everything.
I honestly don't understand how immigrant parents manage. It's so fucking. I don't get it. Honestly, if I was an immigrant parent, I'd be dead. Like, I'd be dead. My kid would be stranded.
Yeah, it's pretty shitty
I
when
don't
you first
know.
get here. If
We're
you
so
don't have
we're so
capital.
privileged, honestly.
Yeah.
When you really think about it, even colored folks, we're privileged. When at least in North America, you know, for the most part.
Yeah, nothing really racist happened to me. And I've
No,
been
I mean,
to
I'm
a
not even
small town.
talking about that. I'm just talking about the very idea that we're alive here and we're like dressed, we're
Yeah.
fed, and like all that
We're
basic
good.
shit, you know.
I do have guilt about that.
Like my
But,
parents, my parents literally ran from a civil war. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Oh, I
we don't
didn't know
have that
about
shit.
Mm.
Like,
Town
that's how
Tigers.
privileged we are
We're able to come here, record this podcast freely in our school.
in our school. Like, yeah,
Mm.
we're in a new room every episode.
I mean,
like,
we pay.
We
for
get a
this.
new room every episode.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're just, it's just gonna get better and better.
All right, let's get darker.
Oh,
I thought we okay.
This is America.
this.
Oh, okay.
This is America.
Let me just say,
Black man. Black man.
it's a great fucking it's a great fucking.
It came out at midnight.
It's so beautiful. It's so.
It
I
kept
love
me
it.
up. We were talking
I
about it.
love the music video. I love the song. It's just, I was thinking about the beat. I was watching it. It's like my fifth time watching it in the morning, and the beat itself, it could have easily been on Black Panther. Take out like the lyrics and just the beat itself. Oh,
Mhm.
it's so fucking dope. Like,
It does
just-
match with that Weekend song.
Nah, fuck the weekend. I'm just talking about
No, I mean the
that
production.
as its own.
The production.
Oh, right, that
Yeah.
weekend with the
Pray
Kendrick.
for me.
Yeah.
It fits.
I mean,
It does, yeah.
Could have been.
Could've-
I only actually fully watched the music video today after like I saw a lot of tidbits of it, but yeah,
Like it's memed all over.
yeah.
Oh yeah,
it's
like quickly, super quick.
it's beautifully done in what it's trying to portray, and it's not like expressive about it. It's very
Literal.
yeah.
Doesn't try to give you any hardships.
Like my favorite part is you see Childish Gambino, you know, he kills someone and then they take it away on a red velvet cloth. Like that whole
The
thing
gun.
about you cherish the gun more than the people.
body, yeah.
I mean,
I'm
really
so pretty.
strong. I'm so pretty. Oh, man. Yeah.
Ah,
Gambino's
man.
a genius, man. Internet went a little crazy. Meme culture.
Well, let's
man.
not call anyone geniuses. I think we throw that word
I think
around a
he's
lot.
Good.
He's of course, yeah. I mean, I agree.
I think
it's
he's
just
on genius level.
I don't think we should be calling people.
I think he's a
geniuses.
musical genius.
I don't
He
think
could
we
go
should call
from,
people
like, a
geniuses. I don't think we
alternative-
should call anyone geniuses. I'm just saying.
okay.
Okay.
So,
It's
he's-
unhealthy, is what I'm saying. Like
Why?
it's so unhealthy. You see it corrupt so many artists.
I think Gambino's worthy of that. I don't really call people
Corrupt
geniuses.
him.
Hmm?
Kanye is genius.
That's what I'm saying. We shouldn't call him that.
But
Or
we're not
anybody.
saying they're like intelligently.
Yeah, but call
More
him like,
advanced.
if no one called him a genius, it's not like anything would have been different.
No, they're a great artist, but genius. There's
Oh,
a special thing about
You're-
geniuses.
you're on that. I know what you mean now.
You don't call somebody a god.
What?
You don't call somebody a god. You know what I mean?
But
Because that
genius
just
and God are very different things.
right. There's genius and then there's God, sure, but like
It's not like
Still.
I'm saying they're perfect.
I know.
Like with Childish Gambino, I would argue that he's a genius in his art form because he could go from doing, you know, This Is America to other amazing music to also very serious and amazing acting to comedic
I
acting
never
to
said
just
he was
comedy.
bad. I never said he was bad.
I'm not saying you said
But
that.
he's so fluent at different forms of art.
Like,
I
what-
think he's
what-
worthy
I just
of
think we should
that. Pump the brakes.
genius is a dangerous word, man.
Okay, I know what Jay is saying. He wants to pump the brakes so we don't get another Kanye. We don't get
That's what
somebody
I'm saying.
freaked out over
Let's just
overinflated
chill with the
egos,
compliments, man.
so they can just do their thing.
Let
That's
them
fair.
do their thing. I care too much about Donald and his art
Mm-hmm.
to call him a genius. I don't want to just throw the word like that.
Okay, so rephrase, he's like a snowball of a magnum opus. Like
He's fucking amazing.
he started out with music and then it just snowballed into like he's great at this and he's also great at this and now suddenly he's, you know,
I think he started.
icon.
He might have started everything together, but it's the writing that got him
Yeah.
into the art business.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know.
But I know what you mean. Like everything just worked out because he's just.
He's
Gifted,
super talented. There you go. That's a safe word.
Mhm.
There's nothing wrong with that. He is super talented, of course.
You know who's super talented? Some geniuses.
Fuck you.
They have talented minds.
But man, yo, that shot from the back, like with the thing, and he's just like, whoo, you know.
Yeah, that was a nice shot. I really like. I've told everybody about this. The end of the shot, the ending shot, where they have Gambino running towards the screen, and you can see his eyes glowing before he runs into a light. I think that's my favorite shot. I think the whole thing is so good.
Who shot the music video?
His collaborator, the dude who directed Atlanta.
So like,
Leroy.
I was gonna
Hero
say.
Mirai.
I was gonna say. I'm guessing he had a hand in doing and sort of directing it. I guess.
Yeah.
Or just the idea behind it.
Yeah, I think he's either he either contributed half of it or.
Because not only that,
Significant
it's like
amount.
on the level of very good performance art at the same time. Of just
Oh
him
yeah,
acting in
when
it.
I first saw it, the very beginning when he starts like, you know the freaking
Yeah.
I thought it was just gonna be some bullshit like weird like that. You know those music videos that Jay-Z put out for 444? Not all of them, but there's this one where it was kind of interesting, but at the same time it was like,
Which one?
it's the one with the lady. Oh, it's the one about the cheating thing.
Oh.
With that sample, it was really nice. Anyways,
Can you leave the love tonight?
no.
Can you feel the love?
But there's like that, interpretive dancing thing, and I don't know, man. Personally, I'm not a big fan.
But you think
that's just
Gambino
me.
nailed it?
I think he did it in an interesting way where it's consumable by the masses, you know?
And the references are pretty glaring. We don't have to point it out. It's all been pretty.
Yeah.
You can do it without the sound.
Oh, that
People would
freaking
get it.
choir shit. That freaking shot where he just whoosh, you know? And that guy's face in the middle. Oh, there's so much thought put into this. Like, that guy was so perfect. It was like the epitome of pure and like, soul, like that guy in the middle in the choir. It's like,
Was
he was so pretty. He's so cute.
The
And he
entire
died.
first segment before the last shot, was that just like a oneer?
Huh?
Was that one shot?
It looked like a oneer, and it wasn't that
The
complex.
entire first segment before the last shot where he's running, was that all just one shot?
I don't think so.
Because
Could have
seemed
been.
a lot like it.
I watched it once or twice. It might have been because it
Especially
wasn't that many
the
camera
moment when
movements.
it panned and it pans up to see the kids with the bandana on their mouths and recording. You see them moving the same direction the subject would be moving, in the shot.
They
'Cause then
definitely
when
put,
they
like,
went
maybe,
back to the ground. It was where it should have been.
They definitely. It was if you do if they do a one shot, it'd be extremely difficult.
It would
So I
be.
think it definitely cheated. Like
You know those fast pans? I think
yeah,
maybe that's
definitely.
where
That's
they
a cheat. That's
cheated.
one way to
No,
go
no.
around it.
It's-
I'm not saying they I don't mean that they shouldn't do it. I'm just saying that's how you film things.
It's
Yeah, because
You
a
have to
minute
do it.
in 40 seconds, and then it cuts to a shot of the choir, and then it's another.
I think they could do a minute 45 of one take, but
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
literally.
it's pretty wide open, so they can't really cheat around it.
Okay, so it's two large segments, and then you have one last shot of him on the car, and then and then it's him running away.
Yeah.
Shout
So
out to SZA.
And I think they used a huge crane just to symbolize everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Great.
or
Like-
they could have for a lot of the shots they could have actually gotten someone on foot and then just smoothed it out in post.
Maybe they probably used.
It's hard, but
Steadicams.
like you could have, yeah.
Can we
I
talk
think
about the
they
guest
had it.
verses?
Guest verses?
Who do you think
Well,
was on the
ad-libs,
guest
right?
verse?
Different
Yeah, ad-libs, yeah,
ad-libs.
my bad. Guest verses, what the fuck?
Like you said, Chance. It was definitely Chance in the end.
You know what? I have the answers. It will surprise you, but go ahead.
Cut to a commercial.
What?
That was such
Oh.
like a cut to commercial.
Oh, right, yeah.
Just give me a
Stay
second.
tuned for...
Just give me a second here. Let me do this.
Yeah, I got you. I got you. Who'd you think was on this?
I have no clue. I only listened to it fully, and I don't know any of these people except for
Childish Gambino?
Challenge. No, okay, no, I know like
Don't say it.
2 of these people.
Don't
no,
say
3
it.
of these
Don't
people.
say it. I want
All
to
right.
take the guesses. And
I'll put in my guesses. I
Yeah.
think that maybe T-Pain was in there, but I doubt it. 2 Chainz was in there. Some other new kids, maybe Travis Scott. Maybe, well, definitely, what's it called? The dude from Look Alive, JB, Black Boy JB.
Black Boy, yeah.
Sorry. 21 Savage. Other guys, my mind is all murky. Go ahead.
All right, and the features are Young Thug,
Oh yeah, definitely.
Block Boy, Slim Jimmy,
Slim
and
Jimmy?
21 Savage.
Oh,
Yeah, I know, right?
It says Quavo here.
so it wasn't.
Oh, and Quavo.
Where was Quip? Oh, probably the.
Somewhere in there. I
I
watched it again after looking at the guest features, and I could hear all of them. And I was just like,
So it wasn't Chance. Was there Chance?
it was Young Thug, man.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's why I felt
It was
like
so weird.
it was the same pitch as how Chance would do
And
it.
the 21, the follower thing,
Yeah.
that was also Young,
Chance was there in spirit.
I guess.
I mean, it did feel very much like a Chance song. The choir thing is.
Oh,
his
the choir is
signature.
Soul Chance. Oh my god.
Yeah, even the way they did. I think he might have really wanted Chance there, but Chance was maybe too busy with trying to make.
Do you think?
Oh my God, I can't talk. Trying to make Chicago a better place.
Do you think it was like 11:55 and Childish Gambino sent a message to Chance? This is for you, BB, and then sent it out.
Yeah.
What do you think of the interpretation, the symbolism? Do you think there's more to it than what it represents, what it shows?
No.
Because I love to hear people on Instagram, especially on Instagram, where they show like side by side shot screenshots, freeze frames of the music video
And references.
and references to other stuff like Jim Crow and
Black stereotypes.
the restaurant
the
thing.
propaganda
I forgot.
stuff.
Yeah, which is interesting. It could be too, like who actually knows what the intentions are of the artist. But it reminds me of this, and I talked with Mike about this. Taxi Driver. Again, I bring up Taxi Driver. It's my
your favorite
best, favorite movie aside from Jurassic Park. So, Taxi Driver. The intro in where the taxi enters from. Drives through the smoke of the sewers. People thought back in the day it represented Travis Bickle emerging from hell, the character emerging from hell as if he's like a demon or is like some sort of evil character. But then in an interview, Scorsese explained that it just looked cool.
Yeah.
So I wonder how many of those are happening in this music video right now.
I think most the bigger, more obvious sections, they're deliberate. They were planned.
Of course, yeah,
'Cause
the
they all
shooting of the
interconnect.
choir and
And like you said, yeah, it's kind of like English class where the English teachers overanalyze all the
Oh yeah.
novels.
But it's fun to hear people's thoughts. I mean, I wish to have some sort of product of my own that people can interpret.
Overanalyze.
Overanalyze. It'll be so much fun if
That's
people
what
did
I was
that.
mentioning to you before with the allegory and
Oh,
attribution.
yes.
This whole I was watching a video essay about Bright, and it was about how
Starring Will Smith and the other guy.
how the intended the allegory for it, which is the author's forced view, is enforced too much, and then you get something that's not as easy to consume, or just too easy in some ways. And then the difference between that and what it might take inspiration from would be like Lord of the Rings, which is all attribution, where a lot of people started to think that the races in Lord of the Rings reflected onto the races in in humanity or whatever.
Yeah.
But the author of the book said it was just he came up with this stuff. It was just attribution. He didn't intend for any of it. But I do like how you related to this, because I think a lot of the stuff that was put in the music video might have just been sort of to
stylistic choices.
Yeah, stylistic. Sort of my favorite shot was with the first gunshot where he's just slowly finesses towards
Like a very
shooting.
feminine,
I think
pose.
that's one of the a really nice shot in the music video, but
Yeah.
maybe
Yeah,
was
people
just
said it
intended-
symbolizes Jim Crow because
Yeah.
the Jim Crow person.
They compared
had,
his posted image. I think that was very deliberate.
That like it could like again, but it's also one of those things where I feel like stuff like that could have also easily.
I think
been
it's
the other way
stylistic
around.
choice, the feminine, because it felt to me like it was a feminine thing. Because then he goes with the whole "I'm so pretty," right? So I thought it was just like
No, I think he's reflecting a lot about American culture and rap culture, and I think because I saw how they related the references to how Gambino posed here and there and the devil imagery. A lot of what we see is deliberate. That's what I think.
look at his legs though. Look at Jim Crow's legs
Mhm.
and look at his legs.
I think Gambino is kind of weird like that, but he's not that. Like he wouldn't go all the way. Like I don't think he's that.
Do you think?
I don't think he dances like that.
Do you think because this could be on the level of performance art that maybe Childish Gambino became so enthralled with the message behind the like the theme behind this music video that maybe a lot of the stuff that were supposed to come out as deliberate were also meshed in with just his feelings towards the situation, and whether it was deliberately supposed to be Jim Crow or not, the entire music video could have been sort of like he's so embodied by this type of art that anything that or all of this just came out as deliberate regardless of whether he wanted it to or not.
I think.
Well, no, I think he did
meant
have
most
some-
of the things.
Yeah, I'm not saying everything was just sort of.
You mean like-
here you go? I'm
Mhm.
just saying if you're really sort of a part of this subject, maybe a lot of it came through as subtext in his mind.
Okay,
Oh,
so
you
maybe
see
there was
unconsciously.
different intent in mind or unconscious because he's living in it. Yeah,
That could be. It's a
That could
possibility.
be.
That's actually kind of cool.
that
Yeah.
could be.
I feel like
Mhm.
your whole idea of that Arthur,
J.R. Tolkien.
the
Yeah.
the weirdo who did the Lord of the Rings,
Yeah.
the dumbass
That's
who did
another
the
thing. Is like even though it wasn't intentional, it could have just been
unconscious.
subconscious.
Like he was just looking at things that was going on,
Mhm.
Yeah.
going around him. I disagree with you, Mike.
On what?
Jim Crow. He could have done a better job. He could do this position. If we can at post get a picture of Mr. Jim Crow, the drawing, whatever that is, the guy's like this, and with two legs like this. That's easy. Yeah, I'm a.
Do you want me to get? I want to see it in the video now.
Okay, there.
So, he's like
This is
this. He could have easily done this pose. This is Mr. Jim Crow.
Uh-huh.
He did
Oh, like a bird.
this. This is so
A
feminine.
bird.
You know what I
But
mean?
just when you did it now, that looks quite similar.
It is, but not as much, and not.
I think that's his interpretation.
I mean-
Gambino,
And he could have done the
It's
if
pretty
he
similar.
wanted to. If he want.
Gambino, if we
Understand.
ever
It's
can
pretty
reach
similar.
to you,
No, look at that.
It's
That-
pretty similar.
One leg straight. That is.
One of them's.
It's
like,
sexy. Look at that shit.
You might just be picking out at it.
I don't think it's.
I think it's very.
it's-
Let me
hand
call it on
position is
this
all-
podcast. I don't think it's. I'm probably clipping. I don't think it's Jim Crow.
His hand pose is also a bit off from it, but maybe it. I don't know.
I think it's like
supposed
just
to
a
be
form
like
of femininity. He's
like an
trying-
inverted.
I don't see any other way. I don't see any.
Okay, how about there's this other point on Instagram. I saw this post. The one where he does the eyeball thing in the beginning.
the winds?
Yeah.
Do you think that's like a?
That was. I think that.
Does
was
he
deliberate.
ever do it again? Because he never
No, that
does it
was
again.
only
I think that was deliberate.
I think it's just.
Do you
a-
think that's symbolism too?
I think a
Yeah.
lot of it is just a nod to a lot
Old
of these
stereotypes
propaganda
and old
stuff.
racism propaganda, like you said.
But again, it's great. If it's deliberate or not, it's still amazing.
I think
I don't care about that. I still want to know.
Mr. Gambino,
Yeah, send
if
us.
So
you
you
ever
think
see our
it's-
things,
You think it's symbolism? I think it's not.
I think it was all deliberate. Most of it was deliberate, and maybe it was emotionally brought up on.
Like I don't. I mean, I don't think I'm totally right about that. I think it's like with this, it's not exactly performance art because it's definitely choreographed.
It's a reflection of American society.
Yeah.
So I think it is based on the context. I think it is very deliberate.
Do you think the way he walked entering the choir scene was something?
It's about the
The
trash
way
and
he
shooting.
walked. No, I know, but I mean,
Oh.
the way he walked in.
I think that's just. He's just kind of goofy like that. You can't.
That's what I'm saying. At the end of the day, who knows? I still think it's not simple as in the eye and the position. But at the end of the day, only Childish and the director knows what's up.
Yeah. So, Mr. Donald, if you ever see this.
Which you will, obviously, because, I mean...
Maybe eventually.
Third episode, we're pretty lit right now. Like,
And
we're pretty
he knows
official.
Mr. Fantano, or at least
Oh.
through text.
What?
Like,
They're best
very, very at a distance, but at least he's addressing you.
Here, let me... You know what I messaged him?
We'll do a screen cap. You don't have to...
Yeah, we'll do a screen cap, but I want to still read it.
Yeah.
I was all like... Well, I said a bunch of stuff which she didn't reply to. But, but I was all like, by the way, I think Trap has one more year of shelf life left. Posty's album is a pop album with a trap disguise. Fight me IRL. And he's all like, true?
What if Fight Me IRL is what he's saying true to?
Maybe we're going to fight. It's good content for the podcast. We can fight right here.
And then we'll have him as a guest.
We'll fight and then
whoever
have a guest.
wins is the guest.
Is a new host.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if Anthony cares enough to host this podcast, but
Also,
I'm down to sacrifice my position.
I think when we get a studio, maybe
Yeah,
at least
once we get a
5,000.
studio, because we'll get a studio.
At least 5,000 subs or followers.
$5,000.
Yeah, exactly, $5,000. We could totally book someone, particularly open to smaller creators.
Yeah, respect to Anthony, man. He's cool. Like the fact that he's still like talking to his fans and shit. That's
Even if it's just reading, like regardless of response, if he's just reading through DMs.
I know. That's what I'm
That's a
saying.
great
Because there's hundreds of people like dumbasses like me that are messaging.
Oh yeah, he's kind of big right now. Yeah,
He's
the
big,
fact
he's
that
got
he
millions,
you.
don't he?
Yeah, probably. Yeah, definitely.
And he's being mentioned on fucking Posty's album on one of his songs. He's being mentioned
About
on
time.
Brockhampton's song. 1,400,000.
I don't really.
1.4 million.
I don't really watch critics, but he's like quite a faithful critic. He carries is kind of the same. Perspective. He kind of critiques with the same approach as us.
Yeah, where he just concentrates on the craft.
The technical parts of it.
If you think about it, this man is captivating 1.4 million people, and you captivated the man that captivated 1.4 million people.
I don't know
I'm
if
basically
that was captivation.
king.
Well, he responded.
I'm basically the next Donald.
Not only did he respond,
Are these good?
Yeah.
We're eating,
Like,
for the people listening on the audio, we're munching on Squish candies.
it's if you like grapefruit, it's good.
Hold up, my friend's calling.
Alright.
Hello? Yeah, what's up? I'm recording a podcast and you're on it. You're not on speaker though. Yeah. Could you leave? Great. Thank you. You're on our third episode. Say hi, Laura. Hi.
Hi.
Okay. Bye.
Hope you got
Alright.
it.
Oh yeah, Laura said that I shouldn't cut my hair.
It looks fine now.
Well, it looks like shit. I should have listened to you, Laura, and I'm sorry. Okay.
I think it's fine.
So, yeah.
You'll grow it. It doesn't
Hopefully.
look bad right now.
Does it look bad?
No.
It does. Okay. Yeah, I was so insecure.
I
But
heard
you
it
could
does
get a
look
different
bad.
barber. You were right about that.
Huh?
You should get a different barber.
Yeah, man. I'm paying $20 at first choice. Like,
Because you should find a guy you can depend
Okay,
on. Or a
no,
girl.
no, I want to talk about this. You guys are getting mad over a haircut costing too much, but these people need to make a living here.
oh, I thought you were gonna like rub in my face, but okay,
No,
you can do
I'm
that
not gonna
too.
rub it in your face.
You should do it.
But we
I-
don't
Don't give
think
me
that's
mercy.
a $20 haircut. That's the thing.
Like, here's the thing. I'm not valuing the haircut at its cost. I'm valuing it as, I consistently go there, get a good haircut, or a decent haircut, depending on who views it. I have a great conversation with
Who
this.
use it? What?
Who views it.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I have a great conversation with this guy, and I'm willing to pay the money because this is how he makes his living. That's it. Like, if the minimum wage is $14 an hour and I'm there for maybe like a little less than an hour, do you value your person cutting your hair as a minimum wage worker, or do you
I
want to get a
mean,
good
20
cut?
is too much. That's just.
You could look at it more technically. If he's charging a price that you're willing to pay for comfortably,
yeah.
it's a deal.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah, that's the deal. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Some people get $200 haircuts, and it's nothing different than, maybe a $20 first choice haircut.
How are we doing on time, Mr. J. Fantano?
Chafin, okay.
That's a good name, J. Fantano.
It's your stage
We're
name.
almost at 50. No, that's not my stage name.
We're good.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah, we're
Let's
fine,
talk
we're
about
fine.
girls. Let's
Yay!
talk about sex, baby. Let's talk about you and me. Let's talk about all the good things and the things that we see. Let's talk about sex. Salt and pepper. Yeah, I've been around downtown and traveling a lot in the last couple of days, and so many
Getting mad, pussy.
Yeah, not really. Just, I mean, like, it's weird to say I fucking nowadays. I mean, it's always weird just to say I fucking. You're just staring at someone for too long, which is weird, which I try to control myself.
I got a stare today. Some
Nice.
chick was staring at me at the bus, yo.
I think I got a stare yesterday. I don't know if it was at me.
I got a stare yesterday too.
Uh-huh.
We're coming off the bus.
Yeah.
Girl with glasses, green jacket, pretty basic outfit, black hair.
Don't
Look
judge her.
Jewish.
Don't judge her. Go ahead.
No, I'm just saying, it's like typical outfit, you know. Like it's not bad. I'm just saying.
Mhm.
I mean, she just didn't want to. Whatever, man. Come on.
I didn't cut you
Whatever.
off that
Anyways,
much.
you were my
What?
flow. What I was saying is, she looked at me and smiled. She actually smiled.
I think that's kind of a low requirement.
Yo, but like she smiled. Okay, it's nice to
It's
see a
nice.
girl look at you and smile. Isn't that nice? Like, I'm not
Just-
saying
I appreciate you as a fellow human being passing through time, yeah.
to that girl. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
If you see this.
Thank you for being a friend. I don't know the rest of the song.
Well, obviously you can tell that we're not really good with ladies.
We struggle. Yeah, we struggle. He's alright. To be honest, he's alright.
He's getting mad pussy, bro.
He
mad pussy.
literally has women throwing.
Yeah,
Themselves on
they
him.
literally like.
We've seen it
It's
happen.
like a Lego block, you know. You
It's
take out
weird.
the pussy Lego block.
It
and
might
you're
be it might be a fleeting moment, kind of like a crush thing, but it happens.
You know what they do? They use their wings, their pussy lips as wings. They stretch it out. Cause it does that. I know, cause I'm a doctor. So they stretch out their wings. They fly and then just whoosh, and they like
Exactly that.
absorb you.
That's the
Through their
science.
pussy
That's the science
lips.
behind it.
I don't like that energy.
You guys are valuing people staring at you too much because it's one of those things where it's like, I think any situation can be good, but at the same time, I daydream a lot, and I could be staring at random people all the time.
Yeah, when I'm tired, my self-control is
But she
bad.
stared at me more than once.
I mean, like, yeah, if she great, she smiled at you. You could have gone and said hi. I mean, unless
I used to
No,
think,
it's just kind of there.
on a side note, I used to think babies or like infants stared at me because I have a kind soul or they connect to me. But no, it's because I look like a fucking baby. I'm chubby like that. They think I'm a bigger version of them. That's all. So I
But
don't
the
really.
people
you are
listening on the
technically a
audio
bigger
file.
version of a baby.
Well,
Mine's
yeah.
kinda-
Not like you're a baby, but
But like I'm fucking round. Like right now, I am like an infant, just stretched
You're
out.
like a Chinese roly-poly-oly. Remember roly-poly-oly?
I don't know what that
It
is.
was
I
on
remember
CBC?
that, I remember. That's a great
Yeah, I know
show.
the brand.
Yo.
Don't have it in my head right now. I'm changing
Holy-
this tape too much.
Michael Cera was on it. What the fuck?
What?
Yo, you was Gizmo, my nigga. What?
What the?
Gizmo roly-poly-oly. Yo, we gotta put a picture of this. Oh wow, he was fucking Elvis. What the fuck? Oh wait. Oh no, he played roly-poly-oly. Wait, what? No, wait. Calm down. Wait, what are you
No
saying?
fucking way. That's amazing.
This is the best episode we had.
This is like because Roly Poly Oly was like it would be on before I went to school.
He's an icon. Icon living.
Started the record label Misfits just did it.
Yeah, if anyone says Michael Cera got a start from some big ass movie, we're gonna say no. It was
You're wrong.
Roly Poly Oly.
Oh my god, I can't believe we're doing this live on a podcast. Isn't this amazing? This is life, you know what I mean? This is life. Like just discovering things and I gotta calm the fuck down, I'm sorry.
I think Canadian television there's enough effort into it where if you have a good enough script coming in, you can make a classic.
Yeah.
But
Like Little Bear.
doesn't seem like it.
Like Little Bear and Franklin before it went 3D.
He was also on the Berenstein Bears for a year.
Oh my god.
Yeah, these
That's insane.
a lot of child actors, they come from pretty big projects and they lead the projects. Yeah, you'd be surprised.
Wow.
Yeah, that was
Not
exciting.
exactly humble beginnings. Yeah.
Speaking of childhood crushes, or just crushes in general, rejections.
I like how you turned your camera on that one.
You guys want to talk about your crazy rejections, like the moment where it just like a girl rejected you and your heart just went, oh.
I mean, let's go to me later. Go on.
All right, Ross, do you have anything?
You started this.
No, you started.
I'll go after you.
Boy, you started.
the
He doesn't have any stories because he's a woman killer.
Like he's a mad lad.
It's not true.
Gets mad pussy. Fucking Ross, look at him. Fucking.
What? You want me to go?
Yeah, go.
Okay.
Fucking ugly ass. What even is this? Like, boy, what are you doing?
It's like a button down, but it all says ahead. I thought it was cool. You know?
Very 2011.
I know it's really weird. But I thought it
2011
was like
indie band piece of shit.
yeah.
Getting mad pussy.
Um.
Go ahead.
Oh my god, his voice is so like high pitched. It's so nice. Go on.
I don't know. I was like a pretty pathetic child because like
You still are.
yep. No, because like my like early high school, my friend group was all crazy about that, and I was just sort of
About?
like, just going after girls or whatever,
Right.
or trying to hook up at least, and then I just wasn't very good at that when I was younger. I was a pretty pathetic child, and I was small, and my voice was higher than this. So it's like you face a bit of rejection.
Right.
Like I'm glad it was a phase where I just you ask out a bunch of girls because all your friends are doing it, and then it gets through the whole thing. Like now I'm just like, who cares anymore? Like then I could have been.
Okay, you
sad.
still haven't told us an experience.
I don't really have any.
Because it kind of worked out for him, technically. If you go the long road.
I don't really have any like specific, like gut wrenching stories. This girl who is like one of my very good friends now. When I was younger, in like grade 7 or 8, I was just really into her, and then I asked her, and she was.
Are you gonna drop names?
Like, no, I'm not gonna drop names.
He's very respectable about that.
And, she just said, no, I'd rather be your friend.
Hey, at least she'd
That's
rather
not
be
a
your
bad
friend.
way to word it.
And, like,
That's so polite.
It was
So
one of those things where it's like, now we actually are very good friends, so.
Who fucked around a little while once in a while?
No.
Hey, man.
All right, Jay.
Anyway.
You gotta live it. You gotta live it, man. Livin.
What?
I'm quoting the movie
I
again.
thought you said you gotta live it, and then went Livin.
IT. Yeah, I'm barely functioning, man. Alright, Jay.
Alright, yo. Here we go, man.
Here we go now.
So there's this chick in grade 7.
I'm imagining us doing a drama life right now.
No. Okay.
It really changed his life.
All right. Okay. So there's this girl in grade 7. I was also in grade 7.
Let's preface that.
just to make sure, because I know with the mustache I look like a pedo. Anyways, so there was this chick in grade 7, and I had a crush on her for 2 years. So this lasted until grade 8. She was Muslim, right? And I didn't know the whole thing about that. I wasn't really informed or anything. I had a crush on her for 2 years. And I never really talked to her or mentioned the fact that I liked her. She sort of knew. And I knew that she knew. But I was still a little bitch, right? So I just stood there in the background, just staring at her until she'll look back. Very petty shit like that. This happened for 2 fucking years until I got the courage to ask one of my good friends, who was also friends with her, for her number, because I wanted to call and ask for the homework. But then my initial plan was to ask for the homework, but then get into a convo, be like, hey, what's the homework? Yeah, we don't really have any homework, Oh, cool. Hey, by the way, what are you doing tonight? Like you wanna catch a movie or something? Right, that's my initial plan. So my friend, my dear good friend, I forced her to give me, I begged her to give me her phone number, which she did. And so I'm calling her up, her home phone, of course. This is before we had cell phones, right? Well, I mean, we had cell phones, just not all grade 7 had cell phones. Calling her home phone. And her mom picks up, right? And, I'm all like, yo, can I talk to you? It's about the homework. To ask about the homework. And then her brothers come in, and they're, they have to explain to them that, hey, I want to know if we have homework or not. So then you can hear in the background that she's just storming in, and she grabs the phone and she's like, what do you want? I was like, and I was just afraid. I'm like, I don't understand why she was so mad at me, it was a whole negative vibe around that whole phone call. So then I'm just like, hey, do we have any homework? And rapid fire, she's just like, no, okay, bye, and then just hung up. So I'm like, okay, that's a fucking disaster. Yeah, that was a goddamn disaster. So then after a bit, father isn't home, right? So then after a bit, the phone rings, I pick it up, and I think it's duct cleaning, because, we get a lot of duct cleaning phone calls to our home phone. So I think it's duct cleaning. The person's all like, yo, can I talk to your father? So I'm just like, nah, my father's not here. Call later. And then he really insisted. He got really serious. He's like, hey, can I talk to your father? So then I knew that this was the girl's father that was calling back, because he knew that I was talking to her, to his daughter. So then I was all like, my dad's not here, okay, bye. And I just hung up. So that was all a whole thing. And then, I know this is long, I'm sorry. Then the last day of school comes, we have a party, and basically she asked me to ask her out. Alright? This is outside, after the party, we're done, the dance or whatever. And I'm just shy. So I'm just like, no, I don't wanna ask you out. But then she's like, no, ask me out. Please. And she was happy, smiling. So it was I thought she liked me. So I was like, no, I don't want, because I was a dumb bitch. So then she's like, okay, whatever. And then she goes on the bus. So then I thought, okay, let's make this into a movie scene, scene from the movie. I run up to her bus, tap on the window. She opens it, and she's like, what? And I'm like, hey, you want to go out? And then with all her friends in the background, seeing this whole event, people on the side, everybody's watching. No. She says no, and everybody starts laughing. I laugh too, because I gotta play it cool. I just slowly walk away.
See,
that actually sounds like a movie scene.
I know. Maybe this never happened. I heard that this story twice now, and
yeah, I'm sorry for dragging you through that.
Why didn't you guys go on MSN or something? Because I think that's how you start familiarizing.
I was like grade 6, fam.
Do you like me? No, that was my friend messaging.
Well, I did that. But it also seems like when she then rejects you outright, it was always because it was out of embarrassment.
I think she just wanted to make the point clear that she does not like me. I think that was her main.
I think she gave you a chance, and the fact that you didn't accept that chance, she just kind of locked her door.
But
I mean, it's
grade
7.
I guess her family was really strict about the whole boys thing, so that's why.
Yeah.
Or she just wasn't into you.
No, of course she wasn't into me, but I'm saying, why they were mad is because they're so strict.
Attacked by a boy calling. Yeah.
Maybe they had told her that she has to say no to you and make it clear, but she didn't want to say it outright. She kept trying to get you to ask her.
That's pretty outright. Anyways,
that happens. I had some.
Yeah, if you guys don't believe me, that's fine. That's fine.
Finish this off.
It's understandable.
That's all the time we have.
Oh, come on, don't do that shit. Come on, yo, you guys.
We gotta get home.
Gotta dig deep, Mike.
Nah, man, come on. You gotta reach into your soul.
You gotta. Let me at least change the file
Okay.
first. Yeah, I'm not gonna talk about the similar experience.
You gotta talk about your experience, at least one of them. Whatever you're most comfortable with, whatever that is.
Well,
Even just something simple.
I'll
Like
tell
I
you,
didn't have
I'll
some
tell you,
great story.
no. I do have something in mind.
Was it on MSN?
Not really, no.
Good.
All right. So, when we first came to Canada, we had a family friend. My parent and their parents worked together, and they had a daughter my age, and we hanged out every year, which is like nothing. If you think about it, every year that's not even like a relative. That's nothing. And I started to like her, and
From those
we
early
started in
visits.
like grade 4 when I was in grade 4. She's a year younger than me, and like every year or sooner than that, yeah, we see each other. I think she was just being polite. She was just trying to be a good host, and like a stupid boy that I was, bet on it. And I thought maybe I should steal a case. Maybe I should. Nothing. I didn't do anything with that.
Okay.
And years moved on, and this was like what, 2015, something like that. It's getting all murky now. She was going to school slightly a bit far away, and I don't know. I wanted to use this as like a man-making moment. Like I wanted to be a man
This is when you're a man.
through this experience.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I'm gonna tell her that I love her. And then my
You're
friends
gonna
are
what?
like, tell her that I love her.
Okay.
And then my friends are like, you know that's gonna fail, right? I'm like, yeah, I know. But you know, I gotta stop expecting people to love me. You know, that's weird. That's like really can't expect things like that. Anyways, I know she likes to get high because she's experimenting. She's like a really a really sheltered girl.
Mhm.
So she was like experimenting and having fun. So I got a friend that was kind of a weed head, and I got some weed, quite a lot of weed actually. And I thought maybe I could.
This is starting to sound a little rapey.
What?
What?
No.
you're gonna drug
what the
her.
Fuck? What the fuck? It's weed.
I know.
I would. What the
But
fuck?
the pretense is.
No, she likes
know.
weed. I got weed. I was kind of like, not embarrassed, but I was kind of scared.
How did you get the weed, brother?
I knew a friend.
Okay, yeah.
He likes his toke.
Right.
The fuck, man?
I know, what the fuck, Ross?
Like, sometimes maybe I get a little creepy, but I
Just
really
the way
like
you're
that
leading
girl.
up to this sounded.
No,
I
it
didn't
was
expect
like
that joke from you, to be honest.
it was like an offering. It was like
Yeah, I was like, hey, you like this?
I really
Here's
like
the
your
thing.
friend. You said you like smoking weed. All right, I'll get some weed.
Exactly.
It was me
It's like
going
romantic in a way.
way out of my way to get something that I'll never need.
Right.
That's it. What the fuck, man?
What?
Yeah, man, that was kind of
That-
shit.
We're
you
getting
don't
crazy about
villainize
this.
me.
Nah, because you make him look bad, man.
It wasn't trying to get her drunk. That's different.
Nah.
Cause I would be in the weed. Like I would get contact.
Anyways, what happened? What happened after that? Like, you
Yeah,
bought
we
the
made
weed?
some failed joints,
Uh-huh.
and we chatted casually. And then she wanted to pick up a friend so we could
Is
hang
that
out.
out in the park or something?
She wanted to go to the park, but we went to her friend's place. And right when she got into the car and we were gonna drive to her place, I was like, I think I love you. I think I love you. And then she just froze. Not even that, just shocked for a good minute. And I got a little, emotional, but nothing. I didn't let anything show too much, but I guess I probably freaked
You
out
pissed
too.
your pants.
In my own,
You could have made
like a
this movie.
quiet freak out. I thought I made it.
You could have.
I wrote a script.
Oh,
It's there.
Could be a song
But
too.
it's really like self-grandizing, I feel like, to do that.
I thought it was
yeah.
gonna be like a. Ever since the day I met you when I
Well,
moved from.
Let's just cut to the chase. I knew I was gonna get rejected. I knew she had zero feelings for me. I knew it was just familiarity and politeness from her. I needed someone to convince me that I have to earn love from people. From this, I knew that if you want to love somebody, it's years of work. It's not, and you need to have both parties, really be attracted to each other. I needed to teach myself that, and I think now I'm a lot healthier with it.
I think that whole event could have went fine if you didn't just say I love you and maybe just started off as friends and then grew.
But I think I wanted to just.
But it was also like a character building moment.
Yeah.
Like regardless of whether you actually felt that way, it could have just been a really strong moment for you to know, like be able to do that regardless.
Yeah, I think I had this. When I was really sick in like grade 8, grade 9, my parent, I like when you're sick, you get really emotional. I'm like, really love you guys, man. I really love you guys. I was having chills and shit, and my parents were like. and they bring it up sometimes. So like love is like epidome for a kid like me, because at least based on Chinese culture from like 14 years ago, nobody said they love each other. You just show your love. You don't say it because you kind of cheapen it.
We've known you for 2 years, Mike, and I think I kind of love you.
That's nice.
Where's your bag of weed?
That's nice, bro. Stop making me look bad.
Oh, okay. I'm actually very sorry about that comment.
No,
Yeah, you
okay.
fucking 2011 fashion piece of shit with fucking Malcolm Moore haircut.
You know what?
Fucking ass.
This is how we
I
make
take it back.
content.
You guys are assholes.
This is content, isn't it? Foreshadowing, you probably think we're bigger assholes by the time we're done.
Oh, we're incredibly awful people.
Oh yeah, we should be.
Mm.
Yeah.
I think we can wrap it up there.
I think that's a great way to end it, man.
I'm not a rapist.
He's not a rapist.
No, he's not.
He's just a really sweet guy.
He's a really, really sweet guy.
Who
But,
just
like-
needs a hug from time to time.
I kind of procrastinate talking to people so it gets weird. That's all. I do that. A lot of people do that though. Yeah. Wrap it up there. So
If we learned anything, is that Ross is a dickhead.
That is true. Not a very nice
Ross.
person.
Bad boy.
all right.
Cool.
Here.
I wish I was one of those people that could that doesn't appear aggressive or menacing, but can be once they talk to you, like Edna Mode from Incredibles,
Which one's that?
the chick that made the super suits.
Oh, she's wonderful.
Oh, let's do some freestyle. Let's try to keep it going. Audio's still going.
Oh, you still going?
Yeah. You want to make
Don't
it
you want
quick
the
little
audio?
beat?
Don't you want the video?
No, it's fine.
Get the
Why not? Let's get the video.
Get the-
It's like right there.
get the backbeat to "This Is America" and do it off that.
But I think he needs to make the beat, or else we'll get copyrighted.
I put
Where's my
but
mouse?
Or we can just go with the audio. It's a bonus. Or I guess
be live screen in the video.
no, it'll be in the audio version.
It should be on the video.
it'll just be like stick around for a couple.
So you can just roll that.
It'll say like stick around for a couple of seconds for some
Which one? Okay, there it is.
for some freestyle from your pals Jay and Mike.
Yeah. I mean, we could eventually try to make this really
And
TV like, because we have
hey,
like
you're
the
out of
whole-
the shot for this one. Did you move it?
What?
Did you move it?
It
for
could have
this?
been when he just touched it then.
Did you move it?
What? Why? What?
The shot. Because you're out of the frame.
Well, he's also pretty far
I'm
out
like
of
literally out though. That's me.
Oh, okay, that's just you.
That's my fault. Don't worry
Oh,
about that.
wait. Okay, let me clap for you.
Clap that ass. Clap that ass. Hey. What you got for us, Mr. Producer?
Give us that quick
Oh yeah, by the way, for that
hoppity beat.
music contest, Sunday, Murder Beats and 2 Chainz is playing. Really want to go. Don't think I can get in. You know, that's a thing. Maybe I'll try to sneak in, but I don't know. I don't think I want to. I'm not that cool and adventurous and spontaneous yet. Whoopity doo. Scoopity poo. Whoop.
I'll just make a
Whoop.
basic
Boop.
one.
Doop. De boop.
Where's the meme?
What?
The hip hop dance teacher. You know the white lady.
You know the white lady?
I think I know what you mean. Oh,
This.
yeah. Oh, her, right. She's extra goofy. Is that video
There was
copyrighted by, like, Viral Hog or something?
There was a. Oh,
Yeah.
what is this? Yeah, there was an episode of Bob's Burgers that like had a character in it that was exactly like this, and it would walk around exactly like that.
That's cute. She's cute. Like a...
And it's a genuine appreciation for the
Yeah.
art form.
She's adorable.
I wonder what she's doing now.
Modern dance. Like real modern dance. Oh, that's that umbrella.
Yeah, that's all I heard.
When the sun shines, shine together. I don't know, man. Oh, yeah, I was gonna bring this up.
Mm-hmm.
What?
Being poor sucks.
Being poor sucks.
By the time you're like 25 and you don't have money, it does suck. I mean, a lot of people work hard and they get what they deserve. That's great, but
And a lot of people work hard
and get
and
nothing.
are still poor.
So
I mean, but that's also kind of linked to having a family.
yeah, and the amount of pain you go through doesn't really equal to
Like that's
gain.
what?
Because it's all random. It's not like what's it called? Karma. You don't really reap what you sow because that'd be weird in its own way.
So like I agree with you with the whole having kids thing. Like I don't want to have kids unless I know I can properly support. And I don't want them to just survive. I want them to thrive.
I'd rather they be a little spoiled than be like traumatized by the system or
Like of course
something going on.
that sort of ushers in a level of character building,
Mhm.
but you can do that artificially.
Mhm.
Like I could just be like you're taking. The only time you're getting a car is if once you save up the money to buy it yourself or something like that.
And, oh, we were like talking about the weather all the time because Toronto's getting some crazy weather, and I think we're fucked globally
Oh yeah, man.
because climate change is taking over. We're getting what we deserve, man, from past generations.
Man.
We're getting fucked. We're gonna get more fucked. I don't know if we're gonna survive out of this. I really don't. I think we might be the last generation that sees some remnants of how great the Earth can be. Man, aren't I a downer? Nice. You got something going together.
We're also sort of the generation that's responsible to save it.
Yeah.
I mean, we're sort of taking the mantle because no one else is gonna do it.
Yeah, it's left to us. It's like when Obama took over Bush. It's like that.
Like yeah,
The recession, and he kind of...
and then everyone was saying that Obama was a bad president. I mean, he did pretty well for what he started out with.
Of course, he wasn't super revolutionary. He kind of just let the system do its thing and try to make changes here and there because you can't force it. Like if he was a Bernie Sanders type, realistically back then there wouldn't be that many people listening to him. That's the sad thing about it. Unless you can actually make a revolution. Like, God, I'm so NPR about this. Go on.
He's a cool president, the coolest president.
Oh
Probably.
yeah, I was happy. Jesus Christ, I was happy when he was elected. Hello, my only.
My favorite is when you see all the candidates for president.
Yeah.
And then it's like, there's like 14 old white men, and all of their like platform websites say it's time for something new.
Oh.
It's like,
Yeah, about that. I feel like the music industry and the art industry is still pretty white, but that's changing. I hope. I didn't really see any Asian musicians. Maybe I just Didn't see him. But I think it's time we change that. And we have that opportunity. The system is on our side, I guess.
Good job.
It's really coming along.
That's something. I'm not, okay, that doesn't sound nice. I mean, like that. Like I was expecting it to just be like a push, but this is a lot better. I feel like I come off a lot meaner than I mean to be.
It's okay.
Not a good thing.
It's okay. I'm just drilling you. I'm just trolling.
Yo, by the way, the fucking piano on that song is like, they didn't even mix that shit, I swear.
No, they didn't. It's pretty rough.
So, ugh.
I wonder
How
what happened.
dare you?
I wonder what happened to Yachty's friend. I think he pretty much just dropped him. Because he's not all that polished.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What am I even doing? Okay, I'll use that, whatever.
Yeah.
You guys at work tomorrow?
Mm-hmm. 2 to 8. Gonna try to edit episode 2
Or while you're at work?
to the best of my abilities.
I'm working 3 days.
Yeah, I'm working 3 days straight. It's gonna be bad.
I need to get more shifts. Holy,
How many do you have a week?
just 2.
Oh, yeah, get more.
Yeah, I need
Or at least get longer shifts. If you can. I mean, I don't know how much you're working. My headphones, my headset that I game with, it snapped on one of the ears. I mean, it still works because the wire's still, connected and
It's
everything.
fraying, kind of.
But luckily, I have warranty, so I had to send that in today. That was fun.
I think we can. Oh. Okay.
Sorry, it took a while.
You should do this more often. That's not bad.
I love Chinese food.
Hey, roly poly.
Ole with a big tummy, yummy, ayy. Eat the pussy like ramen and noodles.
Hey. Pass it to the mic to Ross.
Pass the mic to Ross, ayy.
Don't offend us if you're right.
We are not rapists, Ross. Listen, we're not rapists. We just want to be for the cutie with the thin waist.
Getting uncomfortable, we're getting uncomfortable. The subject matter is
uncomfortable.
not good for comfortable. We're trying to reach a mass audience, but we got no patience. 3rd episode, working hard. And retard.
We're retarded. Hey. We're retarded. Hey. We're retarded. Hey. Forrest Gump vibes. Forrest Gump vibes.
Triplet rhymes.
Jenny.
Drip
Jenny. Yeah, Jenny, can I eat your pussy? Life is like a box of chocolates. Hey, life is like a box of chocolates. Gonna eat some chocolates when I get home. I ain't talking about chocolates. I ain't talking about black chicks.
What?
I'ma eat a black chick when I get home.
Jenny, why'd you come home to me? That didn't come out right.
Bunch of horny boys. We're just bunch of horny boys.
Don't say that.
Yeah.
I'm not that comfortable with my sexuality. Hey, I don't want to think about your boner.
Hey, miss you with that gay shit. Hey, I miss me with that gay shit.
Jenny.
Hey, Jenny.
Black man. Black man. Hey, I'm singing out of key.
I mean, if anyone wants to sample this, go ahead.
We're coming next. We're no
This is
fraud.
Brampton, yeah.
Brampton,
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is Brampton, yeah.
That way.
That way. Hey, ice. 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 Ice.
Take off.
Hey. Step in the drip in the sip in the hip in the hip is the hip in the hip in the hat. Hip ha. Hit the have the ice.
Live like the beginning.
That but the drip in the back should be in the lifestyle.
That was a stroke.
Jenny.
My homie is having a stroke.
Hey,
we still
hey.
talking. Mine is racing like a mile per minute.
That fast.
Time no limit. I think Cardi B is
Overrated. Ah, overrated. Hey, hey, hey.
Getting faded. There's a lot of other artists out there that should deserve some exposure.
Chili.
Jenny. Hey, 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 hey. Why
are we doing this, man? Fuck. We can't freestyle for shit. Seriously.
We can work on it.
We gotta, yeah. Do rappers even need to freestyle anymore?
I mean, they're not really freestyles, they write it.
No, but do they like in order to be like credited as a rapper? Do
No.
they really need to freestyle anymore these
You don't
days?
even need to be able to perform it live. A lot of rappers forget the lyrics. Like Rick Ross. Yeah. Rapping this up, so I say what's up, and they wanna up, and anybody wanna fill it with it. Hey,
Every day I'm hustling. Every day I'm hustling.
scooty poop.
Scooty boop. Boop. Boop.
Yeah. God's
This
plan.
next verse though.
God's plan.
Hey. This
I don't. My go down to G-O-D. We're glad. Peanut butter and
Peanut butter jelly
time.
time. Peanut butter jelly time. Peanut butter jelly. Peanut butter jelly.
We make trash music. We make trash music. I'm gonna lose it.
Okay.
Wonder how Little John is doing. I wonder how Little John's doing at night when I'm looking at pics of
Lil Jon.
Keira Knightley. That rhyme took too long. Orange, Florange, Eminem. How do you rhyme with orange? Eminem knows.
Eminem.
He's fell
Eminem.
off a little bit. We talked
Eminem.
shit about him a little bit.
White guilt-ridden Eminem with the
Really?
rap. Yeah, he literally had a song, literally like, I feel so ashamed to be white.
Ooh.
Yeah, it was really cringy.
He is totally not necessary in any features. Filthy
Eminem.
Frank joked about
Eminem.
Do you think Eminem even likes
Eminem.
his music?
I don't think so.
I don't know, man.
G-Eazy is too
Overrated.
easy.
He's overrated. Him and his slick back hair, overrated.
Halsey is has no
Overrated.
personality.
Personality.
Talk shit about hotel shampoo.
Hotel
What the
shampoo.
fuck else are you gonna do?
Is it hotel
Please
shampoo
tell me
racist?
No, it's not that bad. I've tried it. Maybe I just use cheap stuff, but
I tried it.
it's not that bad, Halsey. You're
It's not
really
that
pretty,
bad, Halsey.
but like Katy Perry, there's not much up there. Just saying.
What happened to Katy Perry? She went Jenny.
She's alright.
Peanut butter jelly.
She's still hanging on to her youth, that's the truth, man. I need to think like 3 lines ahead. Make bread, break bread.
We should never freestyle again.
We should work on this when they're not recording and they're not recording.
Actually, we should though still.
Yeah.
Actually.